to put it bluntly, I wanted to scare people a little bit. I was hoping that visitors seeing the sun that big and actually looking at the surface, which you can't see with the naked eye, to walk up and to see those flares, that they would maybe sense a profoundness or maybe a private awe or wonder about the power of that sun, just to look at it. So I wanted to introduce people to the sun because we don't think about the sun. In fact, we're told not to look at it. We wonder, well, is it going to be a sunny day? Is it going to be warm today? Is it going to be cool today? But there's no sense of the objectivity of that thing up there. My name is Greg Kammer. I am the lead faculty in the Visual Communications Design program. I'm also the gallery director of the Russell Day Gallery, which is where you are right now.
I'm Andrew Vantour. I teach physics and astronomy here at Everett Community College. I'm trained as an astronomer, and my field of study is actually nucleosynthesis, so how stars like the sun create elements in the periodic table.
Many, many years ago, when video art started coming into the gallery scene, I became pretty fascinated with that whole medium and the way you can create impressions and show work as an art form rather than as a theater storytelling type of thing. I came across some very interesting exhibits where the videographers were filling walls with imagery and so on. I started thinking, what would it be like to reintroduce people to the sun itself, which we don't think about. It's just there. And where is this special place that the planet Earth is in our solar system to allow us to exist next to this terrific object churning away, producing immense amounts of very dangerous kinds of radiation, and yet we still have liquid water, life, a very relatively easy place to live, and so on. I wondered if people really thought about that enough, and I thought that a video presentation would be a great way to do that.
The sun is not this quiet sort of uniform ball of light. It is a place of violent processes, and it's changing all the time. And there's a connection between the sun and what happens on Earth. And so when I teach astronomy classes, we could fall in this trap where we teach the students about, I can give them numbers, right? But that's a very abstract thing for them, right? And having a sort of visceral, emotional experience of the sun and scales sort of takes the education to a different level. I mean, students sort of start to internalize that, and it becomes, in a way, important to them that just giving them numbers doesn't.
The point was to maybe startle people, the rumbling sounds, to get this deep effect with the sun there, and then to walk into the other room and say, and you have this peaceful, quiet waterfall pouring from the ceiling, to scale, floor to ceiling, to make the walls dissolve. And as you enter the space, you sense that you can step off into that environment. So I wanted to try to quickly take people away from the gallery, which is why it's dark, and into the space I created with these videos I shot a couple of years ago.
I mean, Einstein said imagination is more important than knowledge. And I think what you see as a pattern is most of the really great scientists I've known also they've had an artistic side. They're a musician, or they like drawing or something. And I think for a really creative scientist, a really successful scientist, sees the connections between everything, right? So there's science in art, and there's art in science.